Hey, Cancer, intuitive soul coach here with your July 2023 love and family reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. All right, Cancer, some of you have recently undergone a major breakthrough in your world. Whether this was a spiritual realization, a lot of you, finally, there's a moment here of clarity after a time of feeling a little bit of chaos. I'm getting some of you may have undergone a lot of transitions, possibly all at once. There could have been shifts in a relationship. There could have been job changes, maybe even a move. There could have been a child graduating. This may have all accumulated around the same time as well. You know how things happen in three? Cancer, I feel for you, something may have happened in threes. But there is this energy here of playfulness coming in, more playfulness, more joy, more celebrations. I'm getting here outdoorsy. So some of you may be spending a little more time outdoors if you are in an area where you're able to, because in the present energy, you do have the boots. Some of you, you've been on this long journey. This always reminds me of military boots here. Now, some of you, you could be in a military family or military spouse where you move around a lot. I'm also getting as well, you could have children in the military, but you've been on this long journey, but I'm getting someone coming home. There's this reunion type of energy coming to the mix here, which I really like. There can be also a family reunion. Some of you, you are reuniting with your soul tribe. So this could be friends that you've never met before, right? But it's soul tribe energy because there's a sense of community, a sense of belonging that is showing up in your world. So I'm really liking this for you, Cancer. Now, in the near future, you have the forest. This is steady growth. I really like this card here because you can see that right beyond the edge of the tree line of the forest, the sun awaits. So some of you, you have the determination to keep on going because there's light here at the end of the tunnel. And that's what I feel is happening. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Six of Swords showing up in your reading. I'm also getting 7, possibly 9 of Wands, where you're staying determined because you know that something is going to pay out in a big, powerful way. I'm also getting that some of you Cancerians, you could be saving for a goal, a dream, maybe with you and your significant other or with you and a family member. You may be saving towards maybe a house, a vacation. There's something here that your hard work, dedication, and patience will pay off. So let's dive into your reading here and take a look at the heart of the matter. What's coming in for you? What's the heart of the matter for Cancer in July 2023? You're getting honest. Yeah, that's why this breakthrough comes in. You have the Seven of Swords showing up. The Seven of Swords is about you getting honest with yourself. It can certainly be the card of hidden deceit. It can be the card of lying. It can be the card of betrayal, people sneaking things, trying to get one by you, right? So Seven of Swords can be even the cheater card, trying to cheat their way through a situation. But I do feel here with the Seven of Swords showing up, you may have, or maybe that person felt that they needed to do what they needed to do to survive. It can be the card of self-preservation. I am feeling here that you're getting honest with yourself. If there was any self-deception in any way, form, or fashion, I feel like that is coming to a head. There's a breakthrough moment here coming in with the Axe. Yes, it's been a long journey, but this is about you getting honest about your soul's path, about your truth, and taking off that mask that maybe some of you were wearing, or you may not have been honest, open, or loyal to someone around you. Maybe you were trying to hold the peace or keep the peace, as they say. Possibly you were a people pleaser. I'm getting that for some of you Cancerians, where you had a hard time saying no, but that really wasn't benefiting you. When we say yes when we really mean no, or we say no when we really mean yes, that is a form of self-deceit. And that's what you're taking off. If something doesn't align with your soul's truth, this is the moment where you say, no, I need to do what's right for me. And that's what I feel like this is all about for you. Let's take a look and clarify. I'm not going to clarify all the cards as they come up, but we're going to take a look and get more into the Seven of Swords. Some people see the Seven of Swords and they say, yikes, is somebody lying? Is somebody cheating? You have the Hierophant. When it comes to love, this is about a non-traditional way of doing things, okay? Really is, because you're taking a look at the culture, you're taking a look at society as a whole. I am getting here, for some of you, there could be a child or a family member that may be going through some personal changes within their own body. Maybe it could be transgender. It could be any of those things where you are no longer maybe judging due to what you've been taught or how you were brought up, or this could be even your own self, where there's a coming out of the closet, so to speak. And I feel like there is an acceptance piece involved. Maybe this is your own children, but this is unconventional thinking, and that is what's required here in order for you to align with your soul's truth. So very, very powerful energy starting off here, Cancer. Let's take a look at the challenge. What is the challenge for Cancer? The death, to rebirth, right? To be that phoenix rising from the ashes, to have some sort of an ending to an old way of thinking. And that old thinking may have been built on, again, societal standards, family structures, religion. It may have been something your mother, your father, your grandparents, your great-great-grandparents, maybe you felt like they wouldn't approve. But there is this energy here of getting honest with yourself, whatever that may mean for you. Perhaps you were taught that you had to stay in a marriage, right? That marriage was built on whatever it was you were taught. And regardless of what happened, that you had to stay in it. I feel like you've grown, you've expanded in your way of thinking, and this is about you spreading your wings. The death card, though, is the challenge, can be resisting an old way of doing things. It can be challenging to reprogram our beliefs, but I feel like that's what's happening here for you. When this death card shows up, this is about not resisting a change, because there is a change happening here, whether you're ready for it or not, whether you want it or not. Some of you, this could be leaving a relationship because there's been deception. For some of you, maybe it's you, right? Maybe you're the one that knows that something it needs to change, but you've been putting on this mask and you've been trying to paint a pretty picture, hoping that if you just wore this mask that it would go away, when you know that doesn't happen, right? Seven of Swords here. I actually like the Seven of Swords. I feel like it's on your side in your reading here, Cancer, because look at this. It almost looks like she's wearing a mask there as well. And that's kind of what's happening with this Seven of Swords. So you can look at it from this perspective, where there is this change that's inevitable. On that side, it looks a little bit dark, a little bit more challenging. But then you have this side as well, right? So I do feel like this is you embracing something that doesn't feel as heavy. And once you release, you're going to fly free. There's growth here, and Spirit wants you to know that as well with the Death card. There's absolutely growth, but change is coming in, or it's something that we struggle with. We struggle with change. Let's take a look at the deep, deep past. What's in your foundation? What do we have here for Cancer? Wheel of Fortune, a lucky twist of fate. Some of you, there may have been unforeseen challenges in the deep, deep past. I'm also getting the name here, coal, or I mean, maybe some of you work in a coal mine, or maybe you had parents that worked in a coal mine, or maybe you're touching some charcoal, right? Some charcoal at this time, or maybe you're lighting a fire as you listen to this reading. Please take that as it resonates. But there was definitely a shift in a dynamic in the past. The Wheel of Fortune, it's card 10, right? And it's that turning point on your soul's journey where destiny and fate intervene. That there's a turning point, again, that allows you to either go back and repeat a cycle with that Fool, right? Go back to square one. There could be unforeseen challenges that may put you back on that path. Or this is a turning point that you say, okay, law of attraction, what I put out there, I'm receiving, and I can continue to move forward with acceptance and surrender. Or I can resist this change. And I feel like there is a cycle that you've learned, a very valuable lesson in your world. Even though it's been a long journey here, Cancer, you have what it takes to see that light at the end of the tunnel and to come full circle. I'm getting sisters. There could be something with sister bonding, sisterhood, sister birthday. Some of you may have a sister that you've maybe supported or you relied on, or some of you may have butt heads with your sister. I'm getting that energy. Five of Wands in the recent past. This is all about friction. It's about conflict. How can we resolve this friction? How can we move forward instead of feeling the adversity, instead of judging, instead of criticizing, instead of saying, well, you live life that way. That's not the right way. What if we just accepted that other people are living the life of their best ability that's aligned with their soul purpose? And sometimes we wear this mask, right? Sometimes we don't always listen. Sometimes, well, a lot of times we come to this plane, this earthly plane, with spiritual amnesia, and we forget. And it's up to us to find our way back. And so there's this energy here of working together. There's this energy of raising your vibration to meet someone. Well, that wouldn't necessarily be meeting that vibration, but for some of you, you're meeting someone for, the level that they're at. This is seeing them for at that level that they're at. For some of you, this is understanding that someone's journey was taking a different approach than yours, right? Five of Wands can be the card of adversity, competition, debates, rivalry. But I am sensing here that there's a need, or was a need in the past, to collaborate, work together, and to not criticize every step of the way. Some of you had a mother that deeply criticized your looks, the way you parented, the way you did things as well, male or female, it does not matter. But I am getting here criticism from someone who is supposed to love you unconditionally. And that felt like a long journey, but some of you are absolutely healing and overcoming that criticism, because you may have taken it upon yourself to add that to your list of characteristics, is for you to criticize and judge yourself or others because of how you've been treated. You're breaking that cycle. That's why that Wheel of Fortune is coming in here. Cancer, what's coming in? What's above you? Your own power, Queen of Cups. This is someone who is very intuitively compassionate instead of intuitively comparing, right? So this is about you owning. Look at that beautiful energy coming in there. Cancer, this is you, right? You are that sign of emotion and intuition. You can go deep. But sometimes Cancers, they can hold some deep wounding, some deep grudges. And I feel like there's something here you're releasing. Again, with this Five of Wands, there is resolving some sort of personal conflict or conflict between you and a sister, you and a family member, you and a loved one. This Queen of Cups, she is wonderful when it comes to giving great hugs, listening to intuitively. She opens her heart up to listen intently and to love hard. This is your energy here. So whether you, Cancer, are bringing this down to earth, where you're going to open up and listen to your intuition and stay compassionate and stay that healing, loving, empathetic healer that you are. But the important thing is that you don't let your emotions overrule you. It's important that you don't take things personally. That's one of the 4 agreements in the law of in the 4 agreements. I believe, who is that? Don Ramirez? I forget his name. He writes the 4 agreements, but one of those agreements is never take anything personally, because a lot of the times it's about the other person, or it's just a projection, right? Or a label, or a criticism, or a judgment. But when we start to hang on to what other people say and we attach ourselves to that, then we become that label. And that's something you don't want to become. Queen of Cups here. She needs to fill her own cup first, and I feel like that's what you are focusing on. Beautiful energy. You're highly intuitive, Cancer. You really are. And I feel like your intuition is trying to get your attention at this time, and that may be for you to keep on going. 10 of Wands. Yes, you've carried some heavy burdens, but it's time for you to lay those burdens to rest, and that's what's showing up here for you in the near future, is about Again, laying those burdens to rest, accepting some sort of responsibility that your role plays in it. Now, some of you, I'm not saying that you deserve at all what happened to you. I'm saying it's your responsibility to heal from a situation, because hurt people, again, hurt people. So if there's something that you are ready to lay down, or even if you don't feel ready, I feel like Spirit is urging you to release, because you've been taking on a lot, and it's physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally exhausting. So when this 10 of Wands shows up, this is about bringing others in to lighten the load. It could even be a mother figure. It could be a healer, someone who is empathic, psychic, a nurturer, a healer. Again, sometimes we take on other people's stuff, and this could be you taking on other people's stuff around you that isn't yours to take on. You're releasing that, Cancer. So yeah, it's been a long journey where you've carried this burden on you for quite some time, right? There's growth here happening in your world, but there's an ending of a situation, an ending of a way of thinking, of a habit, of negative beliefs or limiting beliefs, or could be physically, in the physical sense, something is coming to an end. A relationship or a pattern or some sort of destruction. How are you feeling? This is all about you, Cancer. 2 of Swords. You're feeling conflicted, but you are ready to make a difficult choice, right? You've been stirring the pot. You've been feeling like you've been in the midst or in the middle. I'm getting here monkey in the middle. Some of you have been in between a family dispute, or you've been told that you had to take a side, or maybe you felt intuitively that someone was making you or forcing you to take some sort of a side with this 2 of Wands. Okay, the 2 of Wands can be overthinking a choice as well. So the message I'm getting here is the old Nike's slogan, right? Just do it. Just do it. Now, I read this a while ago when it came to the 2 of Swords. If you were to flip up a coin up in the air and you were to say, okay, my choice is heads, this is one choice, tails, this is another choice, and you flip that coin up in the air and it lands on, let's say, heads, and you have one choice on heads, how does that make you feel? Are you disappointed in that choice if it lands on heads? Are you happy? Because that could tell you everything you need to know about moving forward in that decision. So do the old flipperoo and see if you gain some deep breakthroughs or insight when it comes to that energy. So again, how do you feel if it lands on tails and that is the choice that you make? Do you feel solid in that choice? Do you feel disappointed? Do you feel good? I feel like you're going to make a difficult decision because you're trusting in your intuition and you're trusting in your higher self and your guides to move you forward. Let's take a look here at what's happening in your environment. What's going on for Cancer here? Okay, thank you. Some of you have a difficult decision when it comes to moving, maybe a mother or a father into a nursing home or something around taking care of or the caregiving. There could be something to do with maybe a will, an inheritance, or power of attorney. There could be a situation around maybe even child support, alimony, things of that nature. I feel like this may have to do with living environment or living arrangements between a family member. For others of you as well, I feel like you are deciding to do something that, yes, it's challenging and difficult, but you know it's for the highest good of all. You know it's for their bettering, okay? Because someone may need the extra support because they think they can do everything on their own, but really they can't. I hope that makes sense. That's what's showing up with the 10 of Wands. So you have some responsibilities to make, but you don't necessarily want to. But I feel like for whatever reason, maybe you're the eldest, maybe you're the most responsible, for whatever reason, these burdens have been put upon you. But I do see a decision coming in here sooner rather than later that is going to allow you to release some of those burdens. Please take that as it resonates. All right, what's going on in your environment? What do we have here in the environment? Knight of Swords. Yeah, you are an unstoppable force. I'm getting here that you are needing to make a decision before something becomes too chaotic or even damaging or detrimental. It's like riding this motorcycle at 140 miles per hour without a helmet, with no brakes, right? You don't want to go forward and crash and burn, but I feel like there's a decision for you to make that says, okay, I need to step forward a little cautiously, but I need to step forward nonetheless. I need to wear this helmet, protect myself in the best possible way for the good of all, not just for this person driving, but for the people around him that are on the road. And the road is other people in your world. It's symbolic here. Hope you're following me. But there is something here that's inevitable. There's something here that there's no stopping, but I feel like it's going to be good. I hope that makes sense for you. You may be second guessing, you may be questioning. It may be something that you struggle with, but I feel like you're moving forward here. You're moving forward. I love this. So your hopes and fears, King of Wands. The hope here is that you can be dependable, that you can be goal-oriented without being overbearing. Okay, King of Wands. The hope here is that you can become that superhero that you are searching for, right? And it's within you. The fear here is, what if I'm inflexible? What if I'm hard to reach? What if I can't make a decision? What if I come across as bossy, arrogant, conceited, right? No, this is your cape, right? Dig it out of the closet, dust it off, and put it on, because this is about you becoming your own hero. And I feel like there's an energy here of you taking responsibility for something or someone, if need be, which sounds kind of counterintuitive for what I said earlier, but if you are in the position where you have to take responsibility for something, I feel like you are, okay? And someone's looking up to you at this time. The final outcome is the Lovers. The final outcome here is the Lovers. This can be about a euphoric choice or a haunted choice, which you have the Two of Swords. So something may feel like it haunts you. Something may be quite exhilarating, quite exciting. And you're going back and forth. My head says no, my heart says yes, or vice versa. We're going to pull a card here and clarify the Lover showing up as your final outcome. What's the final outcome for Cancer, please? Please clarify the Lovers. Final outcome for Cancer, Lovers energy. Some of you may be dealing with a Gemini or an air sign in general. I am getting air elements with that Knight of Swords. The Tower, but it's in reverse. So I do feel here when it comes to love, this is about stopping old habits and old ways regarding love. Okay, that's exactly what that Tower represents. So in order to stop old ways, you need to make a new choice. It's like that definition of insanity. I don't even need to say it. I'm sure you've heard it a million times, right? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a new result. It doesn't work that way. If we stay in the energy that we're at, we're going to meet that energy or that vibration of what we're putting out there is what we're going to see in return. That's the law of attraction. That's karma, basically. And I feel for you, there's a choice that you're going to make to do something differently this time around. You're going to change some sort of attachments, because the Lover's card is about unconditional love. The Devil is about conditional love. They're so closely related. They really are. But this Lovers is about making a choice to stop those old habits, to detach yourself from some sort of not outcome, expectations. Thank you, Spirit. There was or is an expectation, and I feel like it's important for you to step back in order to take yourself out of the energy so you can see it more clearly. You're going to have this breakthrough if you haven't already. For those of you that are looking for love, there could be an opportunity for you to attract love if you're willing to have this ego death or have an ending come in here for you in order to have that new beginning. For those of you that are in a relationship and it's toxic or it's icky, it's sticky, you just don't want to be involved in it, I absolutely sense that there could be a brand new beginning coming in here, but you must make a decision for yourself. For others of you, if you are in a relationship, there could be external influences such as parents, such as health, job changes, children, that you and your partner, yes, it has been difficult, but you have each other, and that's your foundation, right? You together are a whole that is able to get through some difficulties, and you've overcome a lot, but you're on this journey together. And I feel like you know that this person is your soulmate. You know that they are your rock. All right, let's get a message from the wisdom of the Oracle. Did I call you Gemini? Maybe I just, I said Gemini with the Lovers there, but Cancer. Some of you are definitely dealing with a Gemini or you do have strong Gemini or air placements in your chart. So what else do we need to know for Cancer, please? July 2023. Not for you. Not for you. There may be a choice that you're contemplating making. Don't back down is what I'm hearing here, because you have this card 6. Look at that. 6 is the Lovers. And lo and behold, you are my fourth reading. And I'm not kidding you, Cancer. If you check out Gemini or Taurus, every single reading, this card, the number has matched the outcome on all of them. And you have here the Lovers, the card 6, and you have this card 6. So synchronicity is showing up, not just in my readings, but in your world more and more. There is this energy it's showing up right in your face. So if you don't know how to move forward, or you don't have the clarity, you really do. It's right in front of you, Spirit is saying. A clear knowing that something is being denied to you. Rejection is God's protection. Some relationships carry an innate seed of failure in them that is obvious from the beginning, but the red flags escape your observations, or you refuse to acknowledge them. That could be that self-deceit, right? When a relationship is not meant to be, it's not possible to make it. Rejection is a sign that you're being protected by the divine. If you are the one who must reject another, remember that you do so for both your sakes. For every pot, there is a lid. This one may not be the best fit. Okay. Now, if you are in a relationship, like I said, this could be a family member. I'm also getting it could be an in-law, or some of you may be struggling with someone externally that may be a little bit of a factor when it comes to love. For others of you, there is a clear knowing. Yeah, trust your intuition. But you may be hiding something because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. This is a time for you to Nike it, right? Just do it is what I'm seeing here. But do it in a way of compassion, kindness, self, truth, and integrity. Not for you. That's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope this resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, comment. It certainly helps get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. And if you are vibing with the energy of this channel and you haven't already, please feel free to hit that subscribe and bell button. Thank you so much for tuning in and being here, Cancer. Lots of love.